Hi, Bill Brough, Bottom Line Bookkeeping and Tax, and I actually am the original author and former employee of Universal Accounting and their tax preparation course, the Professional Tax Preparer. And they've asked me to talk a little bit about the course and what we were doing with it when we wrote it. I'm an enrolled agent. I have my own tax practice, a thriving tax practice. And so the number one thing I think about the tax course that we offer that's different than you might get someplace else is it's not just focused on tax rules, which of course we know change from year to year. It's also focused on helping people start their own practice and to manage the growth of their practice, to realize that it's not all about preparing taxes by April 15th. There's a lot of client management that has to go with that. And there's also some issues to do with how do I start my practice? How do I grow my practice? Where do I find clients? I don't know of another tax curriculum anywhere that's going to help you do that. In fact, I got my start working with H&R Block. I probably shouldn't say their name, but they weren't interested in showing me how to start my own practice and what would I do if I was off on my own. And so the fact that we include that in the course, we teach ways that you can prospect for clients. We teach you how to manage your practice when tax season's over. What's the rest of the year going to be like for you? And we encourage you to use that information, not only the actual tax knowledge and the practice management knowledge, to go ahead and apply for and receive your enrolled agent. A lot of these other tax courses, that's not what they're interested in either. That's a different level, and we believe that ours is thorough enough and includes a lot of those tax practice and tax management issues that you can take our course from beginning to end and be prepared to sit for the enrolled agent exams and be in a good position to pass those exams. I will add that when I was writing the course, I was already starting my own on the side tax practice, and a few years after we finished the course, I had grown to the point where I had a decision to make. Do I come back to work for Universal Accounting another year, or do I go out on my own and finally manage my practice all by myself? Because it had reached the point where it was awfully hard to do it just on evenings and weekends. And so if you want a tax course that's written from the perspective of how can I do this on my own, and not just how can I become a cog in somebody else's wheel and an accountant in somebody else's practice, then I don't think it's possible to do better than Universal Accounting's Professional Tax Preparer course. And I'll go a step further. I don't think anybody else even addresses those issues, whether they do it better than us or not. And so I think that's what makes us unique. If this is something where you don't have a background in tax preparation, but you've done some accounting or some finances, or maybe not even, but this is an area you want to go into, you can start with us and you can get where you want to go just with the Professional Tax Preparer course. Not only did I write the original course, or most of it, but every year I still taxed too with updating it, and as we know, tax preparation is a very dynamic business, to say the least, and so what goes on back in the halls of Congress is going to affect our practices year to year, some years more than others, but I am still, even though I'm on my own now, I've got my own tax practice, I'm still deeply involved in keeping the PTP, as we call it, current and up to date. And so I don't think you can find a better course as far as those kinds of issues, if that's a place where you want to go and your vision for yourself in the future. I encourage you to contact Universal Accounting and be involved in their numerous courses. The PTP is only one of them, but they will help you become an entrepreneur, a successful one, in the very, very fast-moving world of tax preparation and small business accounting.